everybody, it's Bella here from RachandBellaCrafts, and it's our collaboration. And our collaboration for 2024 is #JournalJigsaw, and that's the hashtag there. And it's crafting a garden story, collaboration from RachandBellaCrafts featuring special guest designer Angela Kerr. So come and join us and follow tutorials from a huge range of amazing YouTube creators. And it begins on the 15th of March, and I am now doing the 19th of March, and it will then complete on the 15th of April. Okay, so there we are, that's that. And I'll show you the list of wonderful collaborators. I'm doing day 19, which is today. And I'm joining up with Papercraft D, and we're doing Sew 3D Flowers. Okay, and then my next one then is on the 31st of March, because I'm doing both in March, and I'm paired up with RachandBellaCrafts. So that'll be my Rachel. So it'll be Rach and Bella all day. Okay, and we're doing floral book page lace pockets. So that's what's to come. So there you go. If you want to take a screenshot or see what's on tomorrow, there it is. Right. Okay, let's get started. I put that there to hide all my little bits. Not sure what's in shot and what isn't, but this is what I've been up to, and I've been playing and I've been getting myself in the mood because it's so long since I've done a video that it's quite intimidating. So, and excuse me, my asthma's playing up because I'm nervous. Typical, isn't it? So let me just show you this, what I've been doing so far. And I've used die cuts, which is those two, and produced these lovely. Now I'll tell you what I've done here. I'll show you on here. There's some. Now this is the fabric. I meant to bring it over and I forgot. The fabric, you know, it's on paper and you peel the back off. Okay, so that's stuck on at the minute. So that's what it's like. And these are from Angela Kerr's new kit for the garden story. Okay, and these are backing papers. So what I've done here, I've cut out with my die cuts these flowers. This is batting, and it's a new batting that my lady in our wool shop, haberdashery stroke, said it's cheaper than the other batting, but it's thicker. So I thought, well, why don't I use it for the flowers instead of using it on my pouches? And I think that works out better. Now this is still on the paper, and I haven't messed about pulling all those off for the video because I'll be there forever and ever. So what I'm just going to do is show you how I've layered them up like so. And some, I must say, with some of these die cuts, they work better. Some work better than others. And there's this one, because I had to cut some of the pieces out because they didn't quite cut right through. Okay, so I just warn you about that. That's that one. And these are the layers that I've got from that one. Okay, so this is just an easy way of layering up some flowers, making your own flowers and making them as 3D as you want. So that's those. I'll put those away now. All right, I'm going to put those over there. And that's this one. That's this big one here. All right. And as I say, the backing is still on the back of this. I haven't done those yet, but I was just showing you some ideas that you can do with those, with the die cuts. All right. And then you can finish it off then by sewing a button on, which I will do now because it's easy enough. All right. And I think I'm going to use, I've got the wrong colour. I haven't got pink up, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be yellow in the middle, isn't it? So all you do is line them up, put your needle through. I've got a very thick needle here, so forgive me. All right, I hope I'm on screen. There we are. So I've joined them all together now. You don't need to glue these together because the button will hold them in place. All right. So if you come back up here now, They're a bit fiddly, these, so take your time and it should work out fine. All right, now these lovely little buttons that I've got here, along with this lovely material, is a gift from Angela Kerr that I had at the retreat. So I'm using her lovely buttons. So if you fancy some of these, go on over to her website and you will find, if you go onto her YouTube channel, it'll lead you to Angela's shop, okay? And she's got some beautiful things in there. Now if I can get this back through, and then you'll get some idea of it being sewn on. So these are very easy ones to begin with, okay? So that's that. I know it's not straight because I'm rushing, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. And then you can finish it off at the back, and then I'll show you then at the end how you can use these, all right? I hope you're all well and enjoying the collaboration so far. I didn't get that one quite on straight, but that's the way it goes on camera, isn't it? We had a wonderful retreat over a week ago now, but I must say it was fabulous. Now, this one I did with a little star, and it's just some material I found, some scrap material, and I put the batting on the back of that, and I did glue them, and I'm going to show you there, look. I have glued that on there ready. That's when I'm ready to stitch, and then you just... Oh, I didn't show you sorry, before myself. I went on to Google Images and I asked them to produce some templates for me, and you can make them as small or as big as you like. That's the tulip one that I'll be showing you in a moment. And I just cut it out, put it on there, and then I cut them out, and that's how they came out. So you can make them whatever shape you like. Okay, so if you go onto Google Images, you can find whatever shape you want, or you can draw your own. So then I just went round there like so, with the batting underneath. Now, if you don't want them as thick as this, then just use 2 of the same material. It'll do just as well. And then you can make it more 3D with stitches. All right? If you don't want this thickness inside your journal, I was thinking more of putting it on the front of your cover or something, you know. I hope I'm in shot. Yes, I am, I think. It's this is the first video I've done for a while. I haven't done, I think I've done 1 or 2 since Christmas because I was poorly, but I'm well now, I'm fine. So there's my little bits. I'm going to save those. And all the little bits I've been cutting off, I've been putting in my tin, and my scrappy tin that Brenda gave me. The tin, I mean, not scraps. And there they are, look. All ready for my scrappy hearts that Janet Nash taught us to make. There's a little bit more there, so we don't lose that. Right. So there we go. So that's that. You may need to trim up some of the batting. We don't want that showing, really. There you go, and there. But it's not difficult, is it? And then what I thought we'd do then, like I did on that one, and I'm going to put green on this one. Excuse me. What I did, first of all, I went down there, and I've chosen a bright colour so you can see it. Doesn't necessarily go with the blue, but it doesn't matter. This is just to show you what I did. So simple, just straight lines, simple but effective. Okay, anybody can do this. Just be careful with the small flowers that you don't stab yourself. Okay, and then you go all the way around like that. You can leave it attached, just go underneath there like that, as long as it's not showing at the back. Try and go up as far as you can. It'll help keep the, because you can always trim off a bit more of this if you don't want it showing. All right. All right. I haven't got much to say today because I've been busy making these and been to the retreat on the weekend, which was wonderful. if you've never been to one of our retreats, you have to try it. If you're in the UK or Ireland, we had a lady come from Ireland, Liz. Hi, Liz. And she was delightful, but she wasn't Irish. That was a scream, wasn't it? Rachel thought she was going to be Irish. I'm talking about Irish. I'm looking forward to seeing Rose. Hi, Rose. So next retreat, which will be at the farm. And that's going to be great fun. See how effective that is? And this is sewing 3D flowers, as you've gathered. And you can make them as fussy and as fussy as you like, or as simple as you like. I tend to go for more I like simplicity myself. But if you're an embroiderer, which some of you are, I know Christine's got into it in a big way. Hi, Chris. And she's doing really well. And Emma's just started doing slow stitching, and she's doing brilliantly. So they're all getting into it and getting addicted, because it's very addictive. It's very calming, except when you're doing a video. I'm getting warm now as well, because I put my little jacket on. It was colder earlier, and now I'm hot because I'm under pressure. But there we are. That didn't take long, did it? Really? So let's find the button, and then now leave your thread in. Don't go casting your thread off or cutting your thread off. I think I was putting that one on there to match that look. Now, isn't that cute? So cute. When I put the button on, it'll be even more cute. You can't get any simpler than this. I've had fun making these, I must say. Don't pull it too hard, because obviously it's still attached. So you don't, unless you want it to bend up a little bit. So there we are, that's that one done. And it doesn't matter what the back looks like, because it'll be glued down, won't it? So you can make the back as messy as you like. Oh, scissors didn't want to work. Okay, so that's another one of those. So they're really, really cute. I love those. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to cut one out now in Angela's material, because I got all this out and I'd completely forgotten that I had a gift from Angela on the weekend. That will go with the tulip, which I'll show you in a moment. Put that back up there. So if you bear with me, I'll cut this one out. And what I do, I go round like that. I go all the way around doing the right hand side. Don't ask me why, but I just found it easier. And I did actually pin the template on. Now the batting, I forgot to say, is on the back, look. All right, and I glued this to, I think I glued it. Right, so I've gone all the way around. Now I'm going to go backwards now and put my elbow down and keep me. It's a bit fiddly, but take your time. I mean, I'm rushing, but you don't need to rush. The hardest part is getting that point out so that you don't cut your... There, pull it a little bit and it'll come out. There we go. And that goes in my little tin. So that's one. And then go around then and do the rest. But I wanted to show you how pretty Angela's material is. I'm sorry I can't fast forward. That's the only thing I haven't, not fast forward, speeded it up. That's the only thing I haven't learned to do yet. I can manage everything else. I'm managing to do the shorts, the reels, you know. I managed to do that, but I still haven't had instructions on how to speed up. I don't see a lot of Rachel now, so she's busy, so I don't get her expertise. There we are. What am I doing? That was cut. Push that in. Just bear with me as I cut this. It is fiddly. I should have done a bigger one, shouldn't I? but I thought these were pretty and they wouldn't take up much room in our journals. So there we are, last one. It's so fiddly, my hands are shaking, I am sorry. Right, there we go. So that's that. And now I can take that off and show you how pretty her material is. Isn't that sweet? And with the button on the top of that, let's have a look. I think I could use either that one. Oh, I tell you what, that would be rather nice, wouldn't it? It's a bit toned down, but so we could either use that, either have, no, it's got to be yellow. So she's got these lovely buttons. That'd be rather nice. So let's, but I haven't, oh, I have got lemon. Yes, I have. So if you bear with me, I'll get my lemon out. Now this is floss. Sometimes these scissors work really well, and then another time they decide that they're blunt. Don't ask me why, but that's the way it is. Now I'm going to use 3 strands, and I'll show you how I part these, okay? So make sure you've got your 3 strands. That's the hardest bit, okay? And then I catch hold of it, pull that down, and then I go like this, but I've got to hold it up higher and keep wiggling the bottom. Sorry, I banged you then. Keep wiggling the bottom, straightening out the bottom with your thumb there, look. It will come. You just gotta, it's because I'm rushing. There we go. That's it. That's that. And then I'll thread a needle. So let's put that down there. Like my little applique pins or applique. And my little Bernicure or whatever it's called that I made for my pins. There we go. Now I've got loads to show you, so don't give up on me. If I get one with a big eye. There we go. Bit of patience. You can always wind it on. And 1, 2, round, pull it through, and then you've got your knot. Right, now what I'm going to do here now, just get rid of that. Do the same thing with Angela's beautiful material. There we are. I won't go all the way around with this one because you've seen me do it already, but I'll just show you that, and then I'll show you the button. There we go. I could spread that out a bit, and then that will go on there, and that's going to look really, really pretty. All right, and I'll do a photograph at the end of them all so that you can see them. So I'll put that one over there with those. So that was that one, and I've got that one to do. So I'll show you a photograph of that one at the end as well. And now what I was going to do with this one, and I think I'll use the lemon again, because what I want to say with this one is this is one I drew freehand. Now, you don't have to be fantastic at drawing to draw a couple of scribbles. Let me cut that off. That was a little bit. Do a straight one. Doesn't want, bit stringy this one. Doesn't want to There we go. That's easier, isn't it? Than faffing about. Sorry about that. I was looking for that and it was there right in front of my eyes. Huh. There we go. Right, now with this one, I did actually glue it on, but I can get underneath because it's only glued in the middle. So if I go down there like that. Now, we can either go around. In fact, I think that's what I might do. I haven't cut this one out yet, so I thought it'd be easier to hold. So if you draw your own, I'm going to do little stitches around like this. And then then I can cut it out afterwards. You don't want big stitches because you're going round in circles. Don't make them too big. Excuse me. I'm dry. I should have brought a glass of water in with me. I've got a couple of flowers I want to show you, so it's all good. There we are. And if I go all the way around, tuck that under there, look. And then I can go the other side if I want to. Start this side. And then do that. I hope you're on screen. I'll lift it up and show you in a minute what I'm doing. I'm just making little stitches. I'm trying to think what I did with the drawings I did. They weren't very good, but I thought I'd show you. I'm not very good at drawing. It's not my forte. But that's just a sample of what you can do. All right? But you can just download them from YouTube. Not YouTube. Google Images, okay? And I think this lemon on top of here is going to be lovely. And I'm going to make some more with Angela's material because that then will go into my journal. And the papers that the girls have made, the kits, are absolutely stunning. I you know, excuse me, sometimes somebody's work will give you a lump in your throat and even bring tears to your eyes. And I've had that happen with this. You know when something is beautiful because it touches your soul. Okay. Why is that dangling like that? Oh, I can take it off. There we go. You can see now the shape of it better. Okay. And I'll go up here now then, because I can go there. And, you know, this shape isn't perfect by any means. It's really an odd shape, but I do like the homemade ones, the ones that you draw yourself or cut out. You don't have to draw, you could just cut the shape out, you know. Really easy. You could just do a circle with a little bit of wiggles around the circle and make one. I suggest you either glue it onto the fabric onto the batting first. Do it all in one go. I think it'll be easier for you. So I hope you have all gone and grabbed some material and have joined me, because this is so, you know, you can go off into your own little world with this. And if you're traveling or if you're on holiday, flicking things around now, aren't I? You know, if you're on holiday, this is ideal because it's not strenuous. It's not something you have to think too much about. I'm finishing this, aren't I? I want to see what it looks like. It's probably because I drew it. I don't know how I cut it out. I must have had a template, I think, unless I drew it onto the material. If you've got a white pen and you've got dark material, you could draw it straight onto the material. You wouldn't need to do a template. You could just draw it straight onto your material. And I've got one of these. This is a white one, actually. This one. That's the inside of it. And I can't find my blue one. I took it to the retreat and I don't know what happened to it. It's in one of my boxes somewhere. There we are. I won't do any more, bore you to death. But you're getting the idea. And I think it will look really lovely. And I'll show you at the end this one as well. And you could actually, and I'm just thinking about it, I'll go down there and go back up. Do a little one there. And I could do a little one there actually. You know, you could just fill in as you want to. So those three are done, and I'm just thinking, shall I just go up through the middle and just do a line sort of to make it look like a petal. Let's see what it looks like. I can always take it out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You can always do a few more if you wanted to. A few more lines. There we go. And that will give you an idea there. And you could put as much stitch in as you like. You could have put French knots all the way round. Take you longer, but you could do French knots all the way around. That would be really pretty. And then if you actually put that onto a page or something, you could actually stitch on the page. I might do that actually, and stitch around on the page once this is glued down. Do you understand what I mean? Pretend this is the page. I'll use this one. Pretend that's the page. Okay, and then you can go around and do more stitching on the page, on the actual paper. All right, so my nose is itching. So we could do that as well. So that will give you some idea. And where's my flower? And then my flower will go in the middle of the flower. And you can do that, or you can have a button in the middle. You could put the button in the middle, whichever. I like the flower, but... So there, that's that one. All right, so that's that. So I'll put that one over there as well. And then I think what we'll do is put one of these together. Oh, let's do the tulip. So let's do, I've cut one out ready. So I'll do it in this colour, the green, because, oh, I could do it in the yellow actually, couldn't I? No, that was attached. Don't get confused now. Bella, behave. I'm a bit froggy, sorry. It's when I get nervous, I get the asthma. Now, what should we do on here? I think the points are very, very pointy, so I was going to attempt to do, it's gone into my head, French knot, but I think that might be pushing it a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start down here, and I'm just going to go round. Now, I know it's only just straight stitch. You can do whatever stitch you like. It's yours. Make it your own, okay? I'm just giving you some ideas to make 3D flowers. And so, now you can do all this with paper if you want to. If you don't want to sew material, I just love material. I love it. Let's see if I can get that as near to the top as I can. And you can do the same thing, exactly the same thing with paper. It doesn't have to be, and you can layer up your paper and make them 3D by layering up paper. I don't know what, what's the Paper Craft D is going to do. I don't know. I haven't spoken to her. I presume it's a her. All right, and then go all the way around the tulip. In case you didn't know what it was, it's a tulip. And then when you put it onto the page, I've got these little, because it was all in one as I showed you on here. That was how it came out, like that. And I cut the pieces out like that and I numbered them. All right, so that's the head that I am now stitching. Okay, and what you could do then for the stem is either just embroider the stem with stem stitch on the page, and you could put it onto paper. You know, if you're doing this on the front of your journal or something, you can layer them up. I might do that in my next video actually. Not the one for the collaboration. I think I'll do another one after this and show you how to use them, what they look like. Or I might put pictures on Instagram. We'll see. See how much time I've got. I've already started making things for June's retreat, so I'm keeping busy. I'm one of these people that has to be organized. I can't just cobble things together near, well, not cobble, you know what I mean, make things nearer the day of the retreat. I think I'd have a breakdown if I had to do that. But some people, you know, like to be organized. Others like to, you know, get their inspiration and then do it. Whereas I'm a planner. Now I'm just wondering if there's anything we can put in the middle. Nothing's coming to my mind at the moment. I'm sure you'll have lots of ideas. Okay. And I'm hoping you can see, hope I'm not too far up the, I should have used my smaller mat. These mats are wonderful, by the way. Absolutely wonderful. There we are, let's do a little one there to finish off. And you can either go around and do another row, but isn't that cute? Isn't that just gorgeous? There we are, lift it up. I can just about see the camera. It's not actually level. There we go. So that's that one. You can keep going around if you want to and just do the whole thing so that it becomes more tactile. Do you know what I mean? So you could keep going around and round and round and round, and then you'd have lovely, it would feel really nice. So that's those two. Okay, so that's those two. I'm getting warm now. Oh, I was going to take my jacket off, wasn't I? There we are. That's better. Right, now let's sort myself out. So we did actually sew one on there, so you've seen that one. Now these, I've still got these on the paper, so we could just glue that and then put a lovely button in the middle, but I think a yellow one would probably be better. I thought I had one on it, because I think that would be something and nothing. It needs to be something pretty, doesn't it, on top of there. So that's that idea with Angela's lovely buttons. Okay, so I think you're getting the idea. I think you're getting the gist of this. So I'm going to move on now to, and that will be glued on then afterwards, or I might even stitch it with just ordinary cotton, so that'll be down. So I'll show you all these at the end with photographs. Okay, so I'm going to move all this a minute because I'm bringing out some another idea that I had from a lady on YouTube. So let's put these up here. You can also layer up things with lace as well. I just cut a circle there. That would be pretty as well, with a button on there. Okay, let me take these off now because I don't need those, and I don't need that, and I don't need that. So that will be cut out afterwards, and I'll show you a photograph of that. So that was another idea. And also I've got these little, instead of using a button, you could put one of those on there, look. If you've got these lovely crocheted, that one might be a little bit, I mean, with this one, I put, what I could do there, look. Job to tell which is the right way now, isn't it? It's bent a bit, but never mind, you're getting the idea. If I put that back in there, you'll see. These are a little bit fiddly, but I've got arthritis, so if I can do it, you can do it. So that's that one, but I haven't stitched it. Okay, so that would be rather nice if it was all put on straight. So there's plenty of ideas, and that's with the die cuts, and that's with the template that I got from, so we got a die cut and we got the templates. So that's two ideas, and not difficult to do. Okay, so let's put everything over there. Now there's a bigger one there as well. You can make flowers with these, and I was thinking you could use yo-yos. These are our antique ones, so or vintage. They look dirty, but they are lovely when you cluster them together on my, you know, on those bags that I've been making, on the pouches. which has disappeared and I don't know where it's gone. The other thing, let me just show you this quickly. If you're doing a book or something like that, this is a needle book, right? You could just use wool, and if you buy this Appleton wool, which is lovely, this is just ordinary wool I used here, and you can do a flower that way, and that's 3D as well. All right, and that is just a chain stitch. So that's another idea for you. Okay, there's lots of ideas. Now this one, bear with me a moment while I bring it across. Let me plug my iron in a second. Should have had that on, shouldn't I? Trying not to stop the video because it takes so long to put them all together. Now this is one I made earlier. All right, and I've got the die cuts on the top of these. So they're spilling everywhere now. I'm losing everything. I think I've lost one. No, that's right, that's 4, because I was going to show you. So that was the idea. Don't know whether you can see it. Yes, this is the cover I made to go on Rachel's new kit and Angela's new kit. But having looked at the colours, I've changed my mind. I'm going to make a totally different cover. So, but I wanted to show you this because this is another way of doing it, and they're just French knots. And I've used the pattern on the material, and I've just done French knots. Oops, sorry. On here, I put little French knots there with some straight stitches. I don't know whether you can see that. The light's not very good, I'm afraid. And then I did some cross stitch there, but they're not flowers. And on this one here, French knots on this. I forget what that's called now. It's not baby's breath, is it? It's the other one. So yes, you can do that as well. Okay, hope you can see that. So that's the cover. I finished that at the retreat, so I'm pleased about that. All right, and I was thinking something like that could go on there, but that really is quite thick. And that was an old pillowcase that I used, which is the same material as this, but because it's doubled up, it's really thick. So let me move that out of the way. So yes, so I think that might be a little bit thick to go on there. So I made another one. So I show you what we did. Now this lady is, what's she called? She does 3D flowers, and it's Love Carlos, okay? And she'll show you in great detail how to make this, but she speeds it up. So if you want a quick instruction on how to make this, that went on, that's I printed onto the material with the backing on, okay? So that was just plain white when it started. These are Angela's, as I said, backing papers, and I printed those. Then I used my die cut and did the circles, right? So that's that. And then I peeled off that like so, and then you've just got the material. Now it's not very thick, this material, which is good for this. All right, so I ended up with all these circles, and I'm wondering whether I'd be able to use these again. I don't know, so we'll try that at some point. And what she did, I think my iron is hot enough now. You're seeing everything today, aren't you? So I'll show you how to do this, how she folded it up. It's not hard. Okay, let me make sure I'm in shot. Fold it in half, press, press, and in half again. Press. I haven't got steam on here, it probably would have been better. So I'm pressing really hard. Right, I'll do it again. Just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So let's do it by here. Fold in half. And this is lovely material. I could have used Angela's, as I said, but I was thinking of printing it off. Completely forgot that she'd given me the material. Sorry, Angela, but I shall be making more. So, right, so that's that. The iron can be unplugged. Don't need that anymore. All right, and what she did, I'm going to get these all in the right way. So I'm putting mine with the crease facing the same way. No, and that's easier than it looks, or harder than it looks. There we are. And what she did then, I've got my needle threaded here somewhere, and I got a knot. My nose is itching off. Don't worry about the scraggy bits there. All right, so what we're doing now is we're going up the back, just like so. I couldn't believe it when I watched her making this. I really couldn't believe it. And you do stitches like this, just running stitches, all right? And you can guess what's going to happen, can't you? I didn't guess straight away. I was so enthralled watching what she was doing. I thought, how's she doing this? There we are. I should have stitched the others ready, shouldn't I? I may have to stop the camera after all. So I'll do 2 and then I'll stop the camera, okay? So then that comes through the back, okay? And then what you do then, you just gather it up and you've got your petal. And you've got to pull it really tight. When you're joining them together, you need to pull them really tight. And let me bring that one back. And then you can see then how the petals are formed, okay? So that's that. And then you go on to the next one. I've got mine going all the same way. It's just me. I don't know what it'd look like if you did it the other way, but it really doesn't matter, I don't think. Okay. Going across here, aren't we? So, take your time. There's no rush. All you need is a die cut or a lid off a jar or something to make your circles. I've gone down a bit far there, but never mind, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We could be too fussy sometimes, can't we? I do wonder, actually, thinking about it. Yes, if you go further, I'm just thinking now, girls, if you go further down, because I couldn't get this really, she got hers really tight, and I'm wondering whether that all bunched up and came up like that. So that's something to think about. So I'll have to go back and watch what she did. I will put her video in the description box below, okay? And then you can go and watch in, it's not in real time because she speeded it up. But that's okay. For those of you that are busy, that's fine. And then you just pull it. Don't pull it too tight because you'll snap your cotton. So use a good cotton. The one I've used is a Gutterman. I don't know how you say that. Gutterman. So it's quite a good quality. Don't buy, you know, from the pound shop or something and then expect it to be strong. That's the word I'm looking for. Why isn't that pulling? Should be pulling. There we are, that's it. And then that's how they start to, isn't that cute? And then you go all the way around, so it ends up like that, and then you stitch them together, and then you can put whatever you want on the top. So I'm going to pause the video on this, and then I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, I brought you a little bit closer, and just finishing off the last tulip, and I thought you might like to see what I'm doing with the stitching. And now if you have a problem getting the point in, go through your, I should have chosen a better, hang on, let me change my needle because that one's a bit thick. I'll just be a second. Sorry about that. I should have done that to begin with. I do apologise. I've stitched all the flowers this afternoon. I've had a couple of breaks, but I tell you, it took me a long time because I'm slowing down, girls, slowing down. There, see what I mean? So if you use your mat, if you have one, or any kind of bit of felt or something, you can press that down. You can trim that bit off, make that whatever you want to. That's a bit of a big stitch there, so I'm going to take it out. I'm being finicky now, aren't I? That's because I'm tired. But I wanted to get this video finished, so excuse me. So I'm a little bit calmer now than I was. So, but my fingers are sore now, so. Right, let's do that again. So there we are. This needle's better, so I didn't need to push it down so far. I can come in from the back there now, trying to get the points. There we are, see? Doesn't matter if that overlaps that stitch there. Just do the best you can, but make sure you don't go too near the edge, otherwise the stitch will come undone. There we go, that'll do. And go up and down if you want, so you know where you're placing it. Okay. So, just like that. Just checking I'm in shot after all that. Yes, so I've been busy this afternoon. My husband's been out getting all his gardening things ready. He's getting in the mood to garden, which is lovely because I can just stay in my craft room. I used to be the gardener years ago, but now he's retired. I've stepped back because he needs an interest. He hasn't got as many hobbies as me. He's got hobbies, but, you know, he's not as prolific as I am and Rachel is. So he likes to go out. He likes to go to the shops. He likes to meet people. He's a people person, whereas I'm not so much. I am in certain instances, but I don't mind my own company, you know. Some people don't. It's an acquired taste, isn't it, your own company? There we go, look. So I did glue a little bit. I did put some glue on first just to hold it down so I could take the pin out, because it's very difficult to stitch something small with a pin stuck in it, isn't it? So watch your fingers. I hope you'll have a go at this. It's been great fun. My eyes are getting tired now, so I don't know whether I'm doing this straight or not. It's quite dark now. The time is, what is the time? It's 6:05. So I've been at this a few hours, but you younger ones would whip round these. No problem at all. And then I'll show you how to tie off the big one there, and then that will be the end of the video, okay? And then we'll go through and see how I managed to stitch them. I'm quite pleased with the way they turned out. And I did take the paper off the flowers, and they felt much nicer. But don't take the paper off until you finish the flowers, or till you're stitching them together, I should say. Because if you're layering them, they have to be, so there we go, that's that one. All right. And I'm just going to stitch a button in this one, in the middle. I'm not going to go around twice like I did with the others, for time's sake. Now you could put bits of lace in them. Put whatever you like. You can do more decorative stitches if you want. Take a long time for me to do a video to do that, so there's lots of videos for you to see filling in stitches and seed stitching. We could have done seed stitching in there, by the way, which is tiny little stitches, straight stitches like that. If you fancied it, you could do some seed stitches, or you could put a cross stitch here. Just put one cross stitch in the middle. There we are, done. That's that one. So she's cute, I think. I think she's cute. And when we put her on a page, which I shall do maybe tomorrow or the day after, then I shall stitch down then some green onto the page. So you can neaten this up just by taking away the underneath bit. All right, you can make it as neat or as scruffy as you want. It's up to you. If you like scruffy, leave it scruffy. Doesn't matter. They're junk journals, aren't they? After all said and done. That does look like a tulip, doesn't it? I think it does anyway. Hope you like that one. Now, this one, I've gone on and I've done the petals. See what kind of mess I can make of this now, because this has been sitting there all afternoon. Yeah, I thought I would. Is this? Why is that on there? What's happened there now? Funny things happen when you, I know what's happened, it's gone through there, look. When you're doing a video, you have all manner of things happening. I tell you. So you pull that in like that, really, really tight, okay? It's got to be really tight. That's the difficult part. Keeping that bit there together so you can put a stitch in it to anchor it, to stop it coming undone, okay? Now, the lady that did this, she was really good, but my hands can't do what she was doing. I've got a big piece in the middle there, but she didn't have that because she was able to pull them in tighter. I can't do that in my hands, okay? So if you go and watch, what's she called? Hang on, 3D Flowers, Love Carlos, and she will show you in double quick time because she speeds hers up. Right, there we are. It's not going to look really tidy, but tidy enough. I don't think I pulled that in enough, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can do it. If you've got strong hands, you'll be able to do it. I can't even get that through there, look. Now, this is Angela's material, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful quality, Angela. I'm thrilled to bits with it. There we are. So that's not too bad. There we are. That's what it looks like. And then she sticks up like that. Okay, and then you can put whatever you like in the middle. You could put a big button in there if you wanted to. I got a big button here. I've just seen, I wonder if, I mean, that's a really big button there that I've just bought. They can go in the middle. That looks rather nice, actually. But of course, my hole is so big that I can't stitch it onto anything. There's nothing underneath. You would either have to put another piece of material underneath and glue it on. But isn't that cute? That is so cute. And what else have we got? We've got something else that could go in there. That could, you can never tell which side is which. It doesn't really matter, does it? You could put something like that in there, then put a button on it. Let's have a look, see what buttons I got. I think that little Angela's buttons might, oh, look, doesn't that look sweet? Doesn't that look just adorable? There we go. That's it. And I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to show you what I've made. I'll leave that one like that because I don't want to hold you up anymore. And that is gorgeous. So where is my cover? Just pretend that's stitched on now. And you can either sew it flat like that and then stitch. I can't stitch it through because I put my lining in. But if you haven't put your lining in, you could stitch it straight through. But isn't that the sweetest thing? So that's one. That one is huge. That one's massive. I'm not so keen on that one, but that'll be lovely. I'll finish that one off afterwards. Now let's leave these here, and then I'm going to show you what I've made. So what if I open that? That might be better. Yes, use some common sense. Right, so let's do the tulips first. So there's one. Watch that needle. There's another one somewhere. Just lay them out. And I'll show you. These I've just sewn buttons on, but as I say, I've taken the backs off the backs of these. And now they're nice and flexible, so they're really flat. That's the one that I just did drawing myself, which I really love. And there's the other one. So I've got 3 tulips. I've got 4 of these. That's Angela's material. I've got 4 of those. Where else have we got? And that yellow one there. Okay. Put that there. And put that one over there. Just there. And I've got some pink ones. I've taken the backs off, as I say. And I put some lacy trims on there. So that's that, and that's that, and oh, it's under there, so I can't do it. Put it on the top of there. So there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've stitched the button on there. Look, so there's that one. I did a double row of stitching around that one there, and these I've just put the button on, and they've just been layered up, but they're nice and soft now. Those. That I've just stitched on, and of course it doesn't matter what the back looks like. And you saw me doing these. And this one I put a little flower. Now these are Angela's, and that's how it came, beautifully wrapped. So that was in the parcel that I was given, and it's everything in there was and if you want to see what Angela had, watch Rach and Bella's my Rachel, her channel, and she'll take you through the parcels that we both had. Okay, and you'll see everything. And of course we had lovely buttons, lovely material from her as well, and lots more, and lots of beautiful lace, which I shall be using in the journal for sure. So there we go. I don't know where that button's just come from, but there we are, off there. Okay, so there we are. So I shall be sewing these onto pages, I think. That one's a bit thick, that one, but I wanted to have a go. But I absolutely love this. I really love that. And you can make it as flat as you want. You can flatten it out. But that's Angela's beautiful material. Okay? So you could, I mean, the lady that made this, she did hers that way. So if you wanted to do it that way, you could. All right? I'm going to leave it there now, everybody, and thank you for watching. I hope you stayed with me, and have a nice day. Don't forget now to go over and watch the next one, and I've lost my sheet, so I don't know where I've put it. But, oh, I just got a few pages here that will match this beautifully. These are the kits. That's Angela's, this is Rachel's, but they're absolutely stunning, aren't they? So, see, everything matches, look. Aren't they gorgeous? So these will go with it as well. Even that one that I made, because that's similar to that colour. And that one, go on there. But that bright yellow one would be super on that page. And you could just put them on the page. And I think they would be fabulous. And these, then, you could sort of go down and decorate onto the page, or onto a piece of fabric. So I hope you have fun with that, and I hope you'll try it out. And don't forget to use your die cuts, and don't forget to go and get your templates. And they were so easy to download. Well, so I'm back because I got muddled, and I thought I was doing Denise's, and I merrily went on my way making the light, bright and shiny prompt. But I've had a word with Rachel, and I've spent the afternoon trying to rectify it. And she said, well, Mum, why don't you just do a little bit at the end? Having done all that work now, I'm sure nobody will mind. So apologies to Denise, and I shall just make a grungy flower. So what I've done, this lovely scarf that I had years ago. You know, when you get into junk journaling, you just go fishing through your clothes and whatever. And this beautiful scarf, as you can see, is absolutely stunning. But it's like an off-white with a bit of, well, dark cream brown edging on it. So I've cut a bit off that, which is this. And I grunged it up with this because I wanted it to look a bit dirty and mucky. To grunge it up. So this is the Distress Mica Spray, and it's the Tarnish Brass one. And you've got to shake it like that, and then you spray it. And that's what I did. And I just dried it on the radiator beside me. And I've got a couple more things there that I've already made, which I'll show you in a moment, because I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. I've also sprayed this beautiful material that I managed to get from Etsy, I think it was. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. I can't remember, to be honest. But I do love it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I've sprayed some of that, and I didn't like doing it because I'm not into grunge. So this really is out of my comfort zone. So I've sprayed some of that, and that's what this is. So it does look dirty and grungy. So I'm going to lay these up now. I'm going to put, and this is just the batting that I've used in those pouches that I was making. Now I'm not going to put it under all of it. I'm going to do it so it's sort of centered somehow in the middle there, I think. And just have, because I want to be able to see this lacy bit by here. Okay, now this is fairly big, but I've done it big because I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. So this has got this lovely edging around here. It's going against the grain, doing the mucking, you know, doing dirty in this, but I've done it. So let's just plod on. And then I put some of the edging of the brown there on top to make it look like the center of the flower. And then I wanted to put this, I'm not sure which is the right way, that way I think, there, like that. And then I cut this off Angela's beautiful lace from her packs that she gave me, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So you must go over to Angela's shop and purchase some of that because it's absolutely stunning. So this is a bit different to what I've done in the beginning of the video, but I'm being honest with you, it was a mistake on my part, and I feel a bit of a chump, but I was in bed last night watching Rachel's video, and I thought, oh my goodness, she's got me down for grunge, and I'd already made the video. So can't be helped. It's just one of those things. So all I'm doing here, look, I'm just going around, not everywhere, just here and there with this lovely cream floss. Okay. Chris is running the tap out in the kitchen. Typical. Never mind. I hope you can't hear that. But he's been gardening all day, bless him. So I shouldn't grumble. I don't have to do it now. I used to do all the gardening, as I said before, but it's been absolutely beautiful today, because this is obviously a different day to the first part of the video. As you can see, I've got a different top on. So I'm just stitching this down now so that it stays anchored, like so. All right. And I just love slow stitching, hand stitching, whatever you want to call it. And that will keep that down. I could have used my ordinary cotton. What did I do with it? But I've flung it somewhere now because I've been in such a tizzy today. And Rachel has just said to me, Mum, use your video and just go ta-da. This is one I made earlier at the end, and that's what I'm doing. But I thought I'll just make one and then I'll show you the rest. So if this is a bit long for you, I do apologize, and maybe you'll watch it in 2 parts. Right, there we go. Nearly done. And then I shall anchor the outside of it down, because then I can show you what I did with the others. Doing this as fast as I can. I do apologise. I do get a bit muddled these days because I'm trying to get things ready for my shop. I'm trying to get things ready for the June retreat because I like to be well ahead. And if any of the girls are watching this from the retreat, you're going to laugh your heads off, because underneath my desk is a trolley, and I'd safely put some of the things that I was taking to Malvern to sell, to keep them there safe. And guess what? I forgot they were there. But never mind. Now, shall I do a big stitch or a small stitch? What I could do that. Let's try that, see what that looks like. That looks nice, doesn't it? Now, this is just a straight stitch, look, going up there like that, like stamens, coming out of the flower. And I'll make some long and some short, make it a bit more realistic. This is lovely and soft, really soft, really pretty. It's a pity about the grunge. I can laugh about it now, but last night I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock, and it's taken me all day to sort myself out. But never mind, these things happen, don't they? Who knows, a few others might have made the same mistake. I don't know. I don't know whether I'll like that. But anyway, never mind. It'll keep it down. You get the gist. A nice long one there. So make them different lengths and they won't look so regular. All right. This cream is floss. I think I said that, didn't I? Yeah. So I got Rachel in a state in the end then, because I was upset. But never mind. I know you girls will forgive me. And I know Denise will, because Rachel's already spoken to her. Hi, Denise. I hope your video went well. So go over and support Denise. Let me get my thing down. Where is she? Papercraft D with Denise. All right? Her name is Denise. Oh, I knew that would happen. Never mind. I'm not going to worry, but I'm going to leave it like that. So there we are. So that's a pretty little flower. So where's my... Well, I've been trying everything out on. See, now this isn't grungy, but imagine if that was grungy. There. And you can either put a button in there, or you can just leave it as it is. All right, so that's a grungy flower. So I'll show you the others I've made now, and I'll cut that off afterwards. So that's number 1, and that's all layered up like that. See? Okay. But you could just go round in circles there like I've done with this one. Now this one I layered up with netting, which is this. It's white, and I did dye that. Oh no, it isn't. It's the no, it isn't. It's this one. It's that one, because I did dye that one. Isn't it a shame, because I absolutely love that. And it really went against the grain with me spraying it and making it a funny colour. But grunge, you know, is what we were supposed to do, which I didn't do, but never mind. And that's another flower. All right, and that looks nice. I'll show it on there and you'll see it better. And I just snipped in between the net in there to make like petals. Okay, so that goes on there like so. And they're just layered up. That's just a circle of batting, like I just showed you, and there like that, in between all these layers. That again is that material I showed you there. All right, and then I just cut out funny shaped circles. They don't have to be perfect when you're using netting, but I did do some French knots in there because they were those flowers were already on there, and I've done go round in a circle like that with that one. So that's that one, and then I did this one, and I just layered them up again. There's batting in between that. There's 2 layers of net in there. Whatever you've got, just use up bits and just layer them up, and that one's got a lovely little button on it. Okay, so that would sit on there nicely like that. They're not terribly grungy, I know, but as I say, I don't. Now this one, I just dabbed it with my dabber with the vintage photo, that one. And that one was just a straight piece of netting, about that long. And I gathered it up with a needle, pulled it all together. Then I put another piece of this material in between, as you can see, because there's a little flower, look. All right. And then I put that in the middle of it and put the button on. So, I mean, they're so easy. And that can go on your, either on a page or on the top of a tag. You could put the small ones on the top of a tag nicely. I'm sorry, I haven't got any tags here. I haven't cut the tags out yet. I haven't had a chance. But you could put it on something like that. That would be rather nice, wouldn't it? Yes, if that was all grunged. And also, I've made this with the edging of this. And I did grunge this up. I sprayed it and then I put the double over the top. And I've just gone round like that with the edging of this. There was a bit on the end. And that, as you can see, is the brown bit there. And I've just gathered it all together and put a button in the middle. So that's that. And that could go on there like that. Okay. So, doesn't have to be fancy. So there we are. So, I'm sorry about the mix-up. It's my age, I expect. I blame everything on my age. But there we are. So there we go. There's 5 lovely grungy-ish flowers. That's the word I'm looking for, flowers. Anyway, I just want to thank you for your patience and thank you for if you've stayed with me for the whole of the video, and good luck to all the other collaborators, and I hope they do really, really well with their, you know, with their subbies and everything. Please leave a comment, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to mine and subscribe to everybody else's, and it will help boost our channels. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye for now.